Cory Taylor. So you're getting a lot of attention right now. You know, the SWV show is on. It's been 2 weeks in. You're the manager of the group. Can you talk about how you originally linked up with the group and your original role?
I started working with I started working originally with Coco with her gospel project. I worked with her on her first and her second gospel project. The current manager of SWV at the time had kind of left, and they didn't really have anyone in place. So I was just stepping in to help out until they find someone. I ended up staying with them for about 6 or 7 years.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And when you first linked up with the group, what was your role? You know, what did you do? What did you bring there?
When I first hooked up with SWV, there really wasn't a defined role. I just took over and tried to pick up the pieces where things were kind of left off, you know, abruptly. You know, I can't even say the word abruptly yet, but I helped the girls. I did secure a label deal for them. You know, got them back on tour. You know, we released a Grammy-nominated project. You know, so many great things happened for them. You know, so I really just was trying to help them get back in a place where they could just really take off. I know, you know, they were expecting a lot of greater things, and I think those greater things are still coming. But they had to take small steps first because they were gone for so long. Right. You know.
So, you know, how happy are you of all the things you were able to accomplish with them? Because, you know, like you said, Grammy nominated, top 10 single, great comeback album for the group.
I'm super happy because a lot of those groups from the 90s, they don't survive. You can count maybe on one hand how many groups are really from that era that are doing well. That could say they achieved what SWV has been able to do. Being gone for 15, 16 years, it's like eternity in the music business, and a lot of things are forever changed and have really changed since 1997, the last project, which was Release Some Tension.
Right. So you were involved in getting them the show as well. Can you just talk about how that whole thing came together?
I actually went to BET, TV1, and Centric, and I really didn't get the feedback that we was looking for. Like, some of them actually really didn't even respond, and I just took a chance and calling WeTV, and it just went from there. You know, WeTV really, you know, they wasn't just thrilled about the show idea, but I just convinced them to let me just bring the girls to talk with them, and once I brought the girls to meet with them, they just fell in love with them, and that's how that happened. That relationship happened with WeTV. So I'm very excited about what all the good things that are happening for them. You know, they deserve this. You know, SWV is like the Supremes of our time. You know, some people may not agree with that, but I really believe that SWV are the modern Supremes of our time. Some people may say En Vogue, some people may say Destiny's Child, but SWV has been able to break down a lot of barriers, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people really love them because they're just like your average round-the-way girls, you know? From New York City, from New York.
Of course. So we're a couple weeks into the show now, you know, there's been some drama. How happy are you with everything that's going on in the first couple of shows?
It's been interesting, you know, it's been challenging. You know, you have to love the good and the bad with this, you know, and I'll take everything and just chop it up to it's all good. You know, some of the things, you know, even surprised me when I was watching because I didn't even realize they were said or the things that were done, you know, but that's what happens when you actually involved in a reality show. It's reality, and those are the things that happen, you know. So.
And of course, one of their show in New York was here at SOB's where we're at now for your R&B Spotlight show. Can you talk a little bit about R&B Spotlight? Because you've been doing this for a few years now. It doesn't get the recognition it deserves for bringing out, independent artists to the spotlight.
But you know, I Got Soul has been with R&B Spotlight from day one, and I really appreciate you, man. You've always been consistent and really helped us push. You know, I had the girls here for R&B Spotlight, and that show it's really just to help up and coming artists and established artists to get back out there, you know, to have a platform where they can introduce their music and, you know, gain new audiences, and also get familiar with audiences that may have kind of forgot about them, you know. I don't think that we get the recognition for R&B. People say R&B is dead, but I really believe that R&B is really turning around. I mean, I really think it's going to be an incredible year this year for R&B. Right. I really do believe that. Cool.
And then just finally, can you plug some of the other projects you've got going on? I know you work with Mila as well.
Yep.
You know, talk about some of the things you're
Working with Mila, she was a former lead singer of 702. She's taping R&B Divas in Atlanta. I also have her in the studio with Sean Garrett. You know, I'm excited about that. What else? I just shot another pilot for another TV show, so you'll be seeing that soon. I'm also working with Mr. Carl Thomas, and a couple other artists that I haven't confirmed, but I can't confirm yet. You know, that I'll be working with, that everyone is familiar with as well. So I'm super excited. I'm very excited for R&B. I'm excited for SWV, and I'm excited for R&B Spotlight. You know, take the good with the bad, and you just have to keep it going. You know.
Cool. Anything you want to add?
I want to say that don't judge me based on 20 minutes, a 20-25 minute clip of a show, and you don't know. Get to know me. You know, anybody that have worked with me know that I go 110%. You know, if I'm a fan, you know, I'm passionate about what I do. And if I'm a fan of your music, I'm a fan of the artist, I go even harder. So, you know, I love what I do. You know, I love who I represent. You know, I love who I have represented in the past. You know, and I hope to keep doing what I do. So it's all good.